Hello, it's Classy here, back with another Tribes video, and right now we have maintenance going on as they're preparing to release the next update in Banner. And in the meantime, we can take a look at the information we were able to data mine from the maintenance. So this includes information on Naruto and Kushina's kit and some assets as well. So let's just take a quick look. If you guys remembered, my prediction for Naruto was an A unit and Kushina was a T unit, so that's pretty cool that I got those right. For Jutsus, we'll talk about this later, but he does have a Rasen Shuriken, but he also has something very special. As for Kushina, she has the Red Hot Habanero, so she does not use the Adamantine Ceiling Chains like I predicted, so I got that one wrong. But yeah, pretty good predictions this time. For link bonuses, Kushina and Minato. I'll talk about Minato later. Killer Bee and Yamato, Sasuke Heavy, and Sakura. Sasuke Heavy is just like a link bonus for a lot of characters, so definitely try to get him if you don't have him already. So these links are pretty easy to get. Kushina, Naruto, Boruto. Kushina, Naruto, Jiraiya. Kushina, Minato, Hiruzen. So these are also pretty easy to get for link bonuses. So nothing to worry about there. And here's something really awesome. Kushina and Minato are actually in the Shinobi Exchange Shop for 1 star. So make sure to buy those. And the reason is they'll give you some coins, which I'll talk about later. Here are the Jutsu screenshots, and these look both really good. And yeah, this is really cool with a lot of the giant chakra hands forming the Rasengan. And same thing, this has a really nice color scheme. Here we go. Here's a Jutsu, which I'm going to talk about. But, oh, here we go. Basically, Naruto actually has 2 Jutsus. He can transform into this chakra mode, which is what this image is of. And that's, obviously pretty amazing. We've never seen something like that in the game before. This is the first ever transforming unit. People have called it way back when, but this is the first time it's actually happening. So the first jutsu, he's going to transform. Then the second jutsu, he will do this. Rasen Absorption. So here's the banner name. We have a guaranteed summon step up with URs on 3rd, 6th, and 9th. Here's 2,000 exchange coins, which you can use to buy both Kushina and Minato. So, you can do these tribe specials. Here's some information on the tribes themselves. So, the first one is the 3D man. This one should be the good one. Single target damage, lowers all enemies DIR by 20%, increase chakra by 2,500, boosts all allies DRR by 25%. And CSR by 35%. Okay, so this is more defensive. It's probably not going to be as useful as the other Rasen one, because when we're using these tribes, we usually want like some kind of offensive buffs, so we can take out the opponent, whoever it is. Here we have Minato and Kushina, 2-man tribe. Single target damage, 50% extra damage to defense shinobi, boosts guard rate by 22%. Status effect rate by 5%. Status effect suppression rate by 5%. So again, this one's more defensive as well, so probably not going to be too useful. This one is Naruto and Kushina. Deals single target damage, boosts all allies damage increase rate by 20%, all allies critical rate by 22%, and guard rate by 25%. So this is going to be probably more useful for PvE purposes, usually because you do want to do damage output instead of tanking like some of the other two we're providing. But again, these two are both 2-man tribes, so that's not as viable because that messes up your rotation afterwards. Here we have anniversary challenges where you can get a bunch of cool things like fragments, tickets, gear, awakening, and other gear stones, so really awesome. And here's what we've all been waiting for. Naruto, his full kit released with percentages. So skill 2 deals 100% plus 25% damage, increases chakra by 3,000. Really good. And if you remember, his vitality is actually plus 5,000 chakra, I think. So for an A unit, that's probably the best one. Especially with all these chakra generators, you can basically get him to jutsu as soon as possible, and you'll see why that's useful later. So his first jutsu is from base form, he transforms into chakra mode for the rest of the battle, recovers his full HP, which is insane, increases his full chakra, which is insane, boosts all allies damage increase rate by 10% for the rest of the battle, all allies critical rate by 12% for the rest of the battle, damage reduction rate by 20% for the rest of the battle, guard rate by 15% for the rest of the battle. Okay, so they did not design this character well. This is way too broken. There are just so many useful buffs, and it's so easy to get him to jutsu with all of his chakra-related aspects of his kit. Just pop in a few chakra generators next to him, and then that's literally broken. So you basically must pull for this unit, because if you're facing someone with this and they get him to jutsu, like turn 1 or turn 2, it really is hard to defeat them. And here is his second jutsu, which is after he transforms. Single target damage, 40% extra damage during 3 chain. Okay, that's pretty good actually, honestly. Boosts all allies attack by 22%, all allies critical rate by 28%, all allies critical damage increase rate by 25%, all allies damage reduction rate by 8% when there are 6 or few undefeated allies. All allies guard rate by 10% when there are 6 or few undefeated allies. Okay, there's just so much stuff going on. He basically just does all of the boosts, basically. And this jutsu is actually really amazing as well. So that's really insane, because you get him to jutsu with all of his chakra boosts, you get him to jutsu, and then you get all of these really insane buffs. Like, these numbers are pretty high. And then he's an A unit too, so that's like pretty crazy. He's boosting so much the defense. And then you get him to jutsu immediately when he comes back, because he already has full chakra. Then he does this attack, and then that basically does a ton of offensive buffs, and also does more defensive buffs. So that's broken. Like, actually, like, even if it says like this condition is probably going to be met, because he jutsus as soon as he comes back in. So wow, really, really insane unit. And we didn't even get to his fourth skill. Like, if they only had these two alone, he would already be like broken OP. And now they add another trait and also a limit break. So his trait is he boosts all allies attack by 5.5% when active at the start of the turn. Boosts all allies critical rate by 7% when active at the start of the turn. All allies stats affect suppression rate by 5% for 5 turns starting at the beginning. Okay, that's literally broken. Like, actually, I don't really know what to say. Like, I'm actually a little bit mad. Not a little bit mad. I'm pretty mad at Bandai for creating something like this. Like, this is a monstrosity that they basically took all of the buffs and stuff and they just put them into one unit, which is crazy. And yeah, like, let's just take a step back real quick and take a look at who's getting affected. It says all allies every single time, right? And then for the rest of the battle ones, those means that those will happen once. So yeah, sure, that might not sound as good, but that's actually still really good, even if it only happens once, because it's just so easy to proc. So we get so many boosts, basically all the boosts you could ever ask for. We even get status effect suppression rate, which is really useful to prevent Naruto and his allies from getting stunned, because that's probably one way to counter this guy. Just keep stunning him so he can't jutsu, but now he can protect himself from that. So there really is no way to stop him besides just one-shotting him or finishing him as soon as possible. If you don't kill him, he'll just recover his own HP by 100%. So this is a must-kill unit right off the gate. And arena is random, so you're not going to kill him all the time, if any. Yeah, this one is crazy, because this one starts at the beginning, so you don't even need him to rotate in to activate this. And then on top of that, if that wasn't enough, we have the limit break, which is boost all allies critical suppression rate by 12% for 5 turns starting at the beginning of the battle. So if you think these boosts are not enough and you want them earlier, boom, right here, 5 turns. 5 turns is almost 2 rotations, which is more than enough to kill off like most of your opponent's team in PvP. And obviously PvE, he's going to be insane as well. PvE is about boosting and outputting high damage numbers, and this is exactly what this guy does. So much defense and utility for being an A unit. He might as well have all three types because he basically is all three types and all of their stuff added into one single package. So yeah, you have to pull this guy basically. If you don't pull this guy, it's pretty much a loss against like anyone in Arena who has this guy and who's decently powered and sped up. And okay, now Kushina, I probably should have reviewed her first because this looks underwhelming compared to this already. Okay, skill 2 does that regular damage, boosts critical suppression rate of all allies by 25%. Okay, well, actually, that's a really good skill 2. One of the better ones for sure. This is no number to scoff at, and it boosts all allies, so that's not bad. Keep in mind that this is the free unit. Single target damage for her jutsu. Lowers all enemies' damage increase rate by 12%, all enemies' damage reduction rate by 12%, critical rate by 28%. So this is a good debuffer. It actually affects all enemies as well. Not bad. Unique trait, Red Hair of Destiny. So that's the 4th skill. Boosts damage increase rate by 7.5% for all ally attack shinobi for the rest of the battle. Boost damage reduction rate by 12% for all allied defense shinobi for the rest of the battle. Okay, so this is going to happen once. And these are pretty good buffs, but she'll be less useful as the battle continues unless she's using her jutsu more often. So pretty good. And obviously remember that because of recent developments, debuffs are probably stacking now. So debuffers do become stronger than people thought before. Now for her limit break, boost critical rate by 12% for all allied tactical shinobi for the rest of the battle. Boost guard rate by 15% for all tactical shinobi for the rest of the battle. So yeah, this is a pretty good unit just because she is adaptable, sort of like Kid Kakashi. But, you know, nowadays there's only 9 spots on your team in Arena. There's so many good units, including this Naruto. He's taking up a spot for sure. Probably Sai. That's already 2 done. Maybe a Kakashi. Like, basically it gets really hard to actually fit her onto your team for PvP. You might be able to use her for a Ninja World tournament because, you know, her boosts and stuff do happen, I think, basically at the beginning of the battle. And yeah, you can see here people are putting the yawning face reaction just because she's so underwhelming compared to Naruto. And yeah, that's literally crazy. I've never seen a unit like this. We're going to have to make a new tier for him, for sure. And here's just something else to add on. You basically can get double rewards again from spending your stamina, and that's always good. Like, I'm really happy that they added this, actually. You get more fragments, too, from elite missions if you have it 7-starred all your elite mission characters. But yeah, truly, truly amazing. I hope everybody did save up as much as possible. I might have to grab some more Shino coins if it really comes down to it, because I don't think we're going to see someone like this for a while. I mean, this is the anniversary special unit because this is the banner that remains for the rest of the anniversary. So they probably made this to, you know, truly be a special unit. They've done that. They've basically, I don't know what their design thinking was. They basically just gave him everything. That's good. So yeah, the type doesn't even matter. He basically is all types at this point. Good luck on your pulls. That's all I have to say. We're going to do our best here to not get, you know, unlucky. Hopefully I can keep my good luck going. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, let me know how it goes.